Hi, my name is Darryl, and I'm a first-degree member of the North Wyldewood Coven in the Temple of the Spiral Path. It's now the heart of winter here in Vermont, and winter is one of my favorite times of year. You have been hearing a lot about the lore and rituals surrounding this time of Yule and our temple's other offerings. I'd like to focus a little on nature at this time of year, and a family of trees that are majestic, prolific, and treasured around the world. The rhythm of life during the winter months in cold, temperate climates may seem a little quieter and slower, but it is still continuing, just a little under the surface or out of sight. While many creatures hibernate and many plants lose their leaves and concentrate their energy in their roots for the winter months, there are still many plants and animals that continue to thrive during these harsh months. One of the most visible, vibrant signs of life during the winter months are the majestic evergreens. The evergreen trees most associated with Yule and Christmas are the balsam or Douglas fir, pine, and spruce. Decorating and celebrating with evergreen trees around the solstice and Christmas can be traced back to the ancient Norse and later medieval Germanic peoples. Some scholars posit enactments of medieval mystery plays based on the Tree of Paradise, performed on December 24th, as the origin of the decorated tree. During the play, a tree would be decorated with apples relating to the name day commemorating Adam and Eve. Others point to the Norse pagan world tree Yggdrasil as the deepest root of Christmas tree traditions. This theory suggests that Yggdrasil, as Axis Mundi, heart of the nine worlds, survives in the practice of decorating evergreen trees as symbols of the promise of life's continuation after death. What we consider modern celebrations of Christmas tree decoration began at very latest in Livonia, present-day Estonia and Latvia, in the 16th century. It's tempting for people to just think of all evergreens as pine trees, but the pine is its own distinct member of the evergreen family. One of the most familiar pine trees is the white pine in eastern North America and the pinyon pine in the western parts of the continent. In my area of Vermont, we have many white pine, and they can be easily identified by their needles, which grow in small bundles of 5, and are long and relatively soft to the touch. The Native American tribes who inhabited the colder regions of North America use these needles in a tea as they are an excellent source of vitamin C, available year-round. It also tastes delicious. Just a note though, whenever you're learning about new plants, it's very important not to ingest anything as a tea or in any other way until you're very confident about the identity of the plant. It's best to go out and learn to ID these trees with someone who has more experience than yourself and to be very respectful of all our tree and plant kin. Balsam fir is another tree that grows in my area and is identified by its soft and flat needles, which are lighter on the underside. This is what most people consider to be the quintessential Yule or Christmas tree, and it has a beautiful, strong, wintry smell. Another conifer that grows prolifically here is the white spruce. The needles on this tree surround the branch and are very short and stiff and a little sharp, hence the old saying, "Never shake hands with a spruce." Northern white cedar is another conifer from the area whose foliage forms flat sprays instead of needles. Cedar is sacred in many cultures, and it has many medicinal, craft, and religious uses. One final evergreen from the area is the larch or tamarack tree. It is one of the few evergreens that sheds its needles in the fall months. It has many traditional, medicinal, and craft uses, such as making strong snowshoes or many other things where toughness and rot resistance is useful. In magic, almost all species of evergreen are associated with protection, cleansing, and healing. Just gathering and keeping fresh evergreen boughs in the home, particularly near doorways or near the hearth, are seen as protecting the entire household. For purification and protection, you can burn a few pine needles, or you can place sprigs on your altar to steady and clear the mind for psychic work. Evergreen trees are strongly associated with health, healing, and keeping well, especially through the winter months. On the Pacific coast of North America, the Pacific yew, Taxus brevifolia, is very associated with strength and protection. Young men of this Swinomish tribe would rub their bodies with smooth yew sticks to gain strength, and the crushed foliage of the Pacific yew was used in a bath for old people and children to make them sweat and improve their health through the winter months. The cones of all evergreen trees are often found in protection and fertility or abundance spells, as they are associated with virility, as well as strength and prosperity. In ancient Rome, however, the pine was also considered the emblem of virginity, and the goddess Diana was crowned with a chaplet of pine. One craft that you can do to bring a little of that evergreen protection into your home is to create your own charm bag. Find an evergreen tree or your own Yule tree, and after asking and receiving permission from the tree, cut a few small branches off near the ends, being careful to take only a little bit from any one tree if it is alive. Most people will prefer balsam, but any of the evergreens will produce a distinctive and beautiful smell. Once you put the branches in the bag, close the bag, and when you want a whiff of evergreen scent, roll the bag in your hands to gently release some of the scent. Keeping the bag near the entrance to your home will allow the evergreen's protective qualities to be present throughout your house, or you can keep it near you on your altar. I hope you have enjoyed this quick peek at the amazing diversity of the evergreen tree. There is so much to explore and learn about these amazing trees that I hope you will take some time to do some digging on your own this coming year. From all of us at the Temple of the Spiral Path, have a beautiful and blessed Yule.